All right, it's time to be a little bit more serious about what we're doing in this next election. We need to look very carefully at not only who is running, but what's going on in different states across the country. If we're not taking the time to actually research the people that we are putting in office with our cherished votes that will impact the entire world, we are neglecting our duties as American citizens to protect the highest office in the world. We are neglecting our duties to realize that what we choose is more than just our political statement. It's more than just one side of the aisle or the other. We have to vote for the person. We cannot vote for the party. We have to vote for the actions of these people, the actual actions. We can't listen to one media cycle or another cycle. We can't pretend that it's not important what these people do in their personal lives. And if we see someone on either side of the aisle that's factually, not media spin bullshit story, factually proven fact, we need to make the decisions based on those facts. If one side claims to have evidence against another side, it is our patriotic duty for the betterment of this country to see what is correct and what is not, to see what exactly is important to do. And we need to make our decisions based on that. We can't make our decisions based on some political bullshit. We need to be more responsible than that as human beings. We need to be more responsible than that as Americans. We need to be more responsible than that as patriots. Because we are the most powerful country in the world, because the President of the United States is the most powerful person in the world for 4 years minimum, we need to make sure everyone we put in that job is worthy of that job. And it cannot be dictated by any media source, by any political bias. It has to be dictated by fact. The fact is, it has been 15 months of Republican-run investigations and impeachment inquiries against Biden, against his family, and they have admitted to themselves and out in public that they have nothing. Zero. The witnesses themselves have admitted that. That's a fact. Look it up. Donald Trump has been sued over 4,000 times before he ever ran for president. It's much more since. That's a fact. Take the politics out of it. Donald Trump wasn't a Republican his whole life. He was a Democrat most of his life. He was also best friends with the Clintons. They were at every single wedding of his. That's also a fact. This isn't a biased, politically driven commentary here. This is a fact-based commentary on the importance of our votes. And it's a fact-based reflection of what is screwed up in our country. Why this divide is actually happening. It's not political. It's not political at all. It's a personal choice to ignore other forms of information for whatever reason. If there's someone alleged to do harm, look into it. If it's found false accusation, accept it. I don't care what side of the aisle anyone's on. If there was all these facts that were shown up with Biden and with Hunter and that he did all this stuff and they did all this stuff that they were accused of, they'd already be out of office. That's just a fact. We have people sitting in seats of power that admittedly broke tons of huge laws that if you or I or anyone else in this country had perpetrated, we would all be in jail, period. So yeah, there's a two-tiered system of justice, but it's not Democrats versus Republicans, because a lot of these people would be in jail, just like any of us, if we did the same damn thing. Another fact. Take the politics out of it. Take the hat off. Take the flag down for 5 minutes. not the American flag, the one with other pictures printed on top. You know, the ones you used to get mad at seeing if it was interpreted as, you know, disrespectful to the country, like taking a knee during a football game, during the national anthem. Taking the American flag down to put up a Trump one should piss you off too. Oh, that's right. You like that guy, so you can't get pissed off. An accusation is something major that's being investigated. You want investigated if it's one side of the aisle and not your own. That should be your first hint that you are politically biased. And you need to fix that, because your vote in this next election cycle for everybody running for election could cost America everything that we have fought so hard to protect. That's not hyperbole. That's fact. So all you that love America, that love democracy, that call themselves a patriot, take a minute and take your political feelings out of it. And if there's an allegation against somebody, you should want to find out if it's true, no matter who it is. You should also want to see the evidence, no matter where it is, where it comes from. If it's supported, it's evidence, it's fact. If it's supported 5 different ways, it's definitely fact. And you need to recognize, if you're turning your back on all these trials, saying it's all fake, the people that have provided this evidence used to be very, very close, best friends, work for. It's actual documents. It's actually Trump's information. And if there's that stuff against Biden, bring it up, bring it out. But all the Republican investigators, everyone pushing these impeachments, admitted there was nothing. And the Congress spent $2 million a day. Every day they wasted their time on these impeachment hearings of taxpayer money. Only at the end of it all to admit there was never anything there. For real. No actual evidence. And if some comes up, great. Share it with the world. I'm an independent. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. But if there's evidence against someone I voted for, I want to see it. And I want to analyze it. And I want to make my own decision whether or not it's true. And if it's cooperated evidence, supported evidence across the board, especially with a legal family background that I grew up around, I may just change my vote, because the future of America depends on it. And it will affect the entire world if I don't. Because I'm a responsible American. I'm a responsible patriot. And I care about facts, not political speeches, not podium speeches, and nothing the media ever says. Because it's all slanted, if not false. Do your own homework. Research your own stuff. But don't ever close your mind to learning about what supposed evidence there is. And if you're only looking on one side of the aisle, don't kid yourself about being fair and balanced, or even kid yourself a lie about being a patriot, because you're not. Just saying. This country is that important. Our votes are that important. You want America first? Start putting America first. That's even first in front of Joe Biden, in front of Donald Trump, in front of all of them. America first. Stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We are all in this together. Both sides of the aisle. Every American, sea to shiny sea, coast to coast. God bless.